It's just me. How have you been? Good. Good. You've been with me for some time now, so I just figured you may need some TLC. It's not exactly the best accommodations, but, well, you've adapted to them well. And for that, I'm grateful. It's not easy being a prisoner. Trust me. Yeah, well, either way. Like I said, you've been down here for a while, so I figured that you may need a bit of care. I'm glad the animal blood's working. It may not be a permanent solution, but nevertheless, it lets us get on a bit more smoothly, right? Good, good. Right. Could you see your wrist? Yeah. The silver's eating away at you quite a bit. Oh, that's the point. Silver's a repellent to vampires. It's not as fatal as it is on werewolves, but silver definitely stings, burns. I'm gonna have to treat this, get you out of this discomfort, and try and give you something for the pain. It might work. Vampires tend to not feel pain like people do, so I doubt the ways to suppress the pain will do any better, but we can try. I'm gonna take your shackle off of this wrist, okay? Don't try anything. Good. There we go. Right. Let me give this a wash. Get any silver filings off of it. Does it hurt? No. I figured it'd only sting a little bit. That's good. You're doing great. Right, there we go. Right, I'm just gonna wash your wrist in some pig's blood. It should help kick your regeneration back into working, and then your wound should patch up all on its own. I would hardly call it a massage. They usually use essential oils, not animal blood. Right, there we go. Give it a day or two for the silver's effects to wear off, and hopefully your regeneration should kick back in. I've got some new shackles, leather padded on the inside. You've not tried to escape. Not even once. Not even when Hawk came down here. You could have killed her, taken her key, and escaped, but you didn't. You've earned an incredible amount of trust doing that. Right, have a wrist. I know. Nearly done. There. And, I brought you these. Yeah, clothes. You haven't changed your clothes or washed since I brought you here. So, I figured for your own comfort and, mine when I come down here, it may be better for you to change into some clothes which are cleaner. I think you've had those clothes since you were on the run, right? Yeah. I can still see the knife marks from our fight when we first met. But yes, I've got a selection there, so feel free to pick whatever you like. Yeah, no problem. Yes, what is it? I still don't know. There's still a lot I want to know about you. There's still a lot I don't understand about you, but one thing I know for certain is I'm not letting you go anytime soon. There's too much risk at the moment. I need to know more. Right? I need to understand more. Not only that, but I've got the other hunters just breathing down my neck, okay? Don't be stupid. If I go to the other hunters and tell them I found a good vampire, they'll lock me up for being insane. And I don't even want to think about what they do to you, Hawk, Ren, anyone. I'm sorry, but you need to stay here. You've earned a lot of trust, that's true, but I just... Soon. Maybe. But I'm not promising anything, okay? Here, I'll leave the basement while you get changed. Just call me when you're done. No, nothing. You look better. Much more, civilized. Oh, they were just spare clothes I had. Some of my mother's old things, some of my father's old things. I wasn't too sure how you like to dress. Yes, I did keep a lot of their old things. Anyway, I bought another jar of pig's blood for you. That should tide you over for the week. Anyway, I need to attend to some business, so I'll leave you to it. Okay? Don't thank me. You may have some clean clothes, but you're still living in my basement, so just... I'll see you later. If I unshackle you fully and ask you to follow, will you be any trouble? Good. Come on. We're just going upstairs. Come on. Stay by my side and don't try anything. Come on, this way. Yes, it is. Part of me didn't realize that you hadn't seen any of the house beside the basement. Thank you. My family's estate has been entrusted for many, many years. We do our best to keep it clean. Right. In here. This is a, guest room. Because I'm curious if you want it to be your room. Yes, I would. Look, over the past couple weeks, I've been thinking about you. All right? There's been a lot you've done to earn my trust. You showed me mercy when we fought at the cabin. You've behaved well, never tried to escape, not even once. You've answered all my questions. But when you decided to spare Hawk when she came down to the basement, that was the best opportunity you could have had to escape. You could have took her by surprise and ripped her to pieces, taken her keys and freed yourself, but you didn't. Hawk and Ren are like son and daughter to me. All right, I love them both. And you having the power to spare her. Even in your hungered state, you decided that above all else you would try your damnedest to keep her safe, and you did. Just in time for me to get back. So, I feel that for not chewing on and killing my adopted apprentice, maybe you were finally deserving of better accommodation. You have a bed, a wardrobe, I will bring you more clothes, and an ensuite, so you can finally wash. Just bear in mind, I'm still watching you. The doors and the windows are lined with silver. Every doorknob is made of silver. Every window latch is made of silver. If you try to leave, you will be burned. And you'll be in this room for the entire time that you're here. I'm not letting you out to go to the kitchens or anything. And no one else will be allowed in here until I say so. Do you understand? Good. Now, these are blackout curtains. See? What you can do is when the sun comes up, you can put these over your window. It'll stop the sunlight from getting in, okay? Good. Like I said, I'm thankful for what you did, but I still have so many questions. My entire life, I've been told that vampires were bloodthirsty killers, hell-bent on destroying us all. The hunters, everyone, that's been the story of vampires since they were found. There's a different story for each. Every single creature that exists in this world, they say, came from somewhere else. Have you ever met a werewolf? It's no treat, I'll tell you that. A man that came around, Lord Barnaby. You remember him? He's Diamond Hunter. Diamond Hunter specializes in werewolves, but they're general, all talented hunters, but werewolves are their speciality. He called me Ruby Hunter. That means I specialize in vampires, so I know all about them. There's a mix of stories. The more trivial one says that vampires were born from a curse of a king called Vlad the Impaler, somewhere in Eastern Europe. However, the most commonly believed one amongst the Hunters Society is that vampires originated thousands and thousands of years ago in an ancient land in the Middle East called Canaan. We call it Palestine now. They say that the first vampires were demon-possessed men who had drunk the blood of unholy beings. Whether that's true or not, we can't exactly prove, but most activity does center them around that area. I've been there once before. It's an interesting place. Certainly a lot of old signs of vampiric covens. Yes, covens. While most vampires act individually, it's believed there was a time they acted in a greater collective. There's debate amongst the Hunter Society. Perhaps it was for protection. Perhaps it was to form a societal structure. We're not entirely sure, but what we do know is that the age of covens eventually came to an end. Hard to say. Perhaps they were tired of sharing food, wanted to go their own ways, do things a certain way, clash of morals, no different than... I suppose no different from people, in that sense. Why are you smiling? I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. Maybe it was to protect themselves from people. I don't know, the Israelites, maybe. It was a long time ago. People didn't record things back then. What we do know about vampires is that they're dangerous, which is why they will stay in their bedrooms like they're told. Okay? Look, I'll figure out something, okay? But I can't go to the Hunter Society about you. they figure out I have you here and I've not killed you, then they'll come here and kill you themselves. And if you think I'm bad, thank you. But if you did think I'm that bad, Barnaby is 100 times worse, and he has it out for me in particular. Because I questioned his methods. He's cruel. Very, very cruel. There was a werewolf once. A rare werewolf. A white one. He had a silver javelin stabbed straight through at a young lady's heart. And then, like an animal, he skinned her for the white fur that she had. Yes, it's terrible. If he does that, to think what he'll do for you, someone I've been keeping it, I can't dare to think of it. Let alone what he'd do to Hawk and Ren as well as my accomplices. I love those two. So you understand why I can't tell anyone at the Hunter Society about you. Good. Good. Okay. Right. I'm going to head downstairs and attend to my business. Feel free to get used to your new room. And, look, here. That's a servant's bell. Alright? Ring it. I'll let Hawk and Ren know that if it rings in the servants' quarters, that they are to come and tell me, and I will come and see what you need, okay? Very good. Good evening. Special thanks to the channel patrons, including Daniela Brannan, Larkley, Mazmiko, Kelsey Brock, Zephyrus, Ratch1130, Red King's Knight, Candid, Angel Bridgeford, DoctorLeechy, Madam Little Witch, Cookie, Puppet and Tear, Battletech, Ryan Y. Gaia, Charlie Radio Static, Train Milk Tea, Yuri Tashima, A Dozen Roses, Clementine0068, Owen, Darkfire238, Silvwren, Sakura Mochizuki, Kagome Woods, The Insane One, Micaiah Roll, Taiga Mori, Lindsay Star, Pocky, Chihime Nanami, and Core the Owl Lady.